Hello folks, this is Aaron from Aaron's Urban Garden, and I'm just here to let everyone know that I'm going to be starting this page for growing and selling plants. So let's see how it goes. The plants that I'm starting off with at this point is ones that I started last year. These are biannuals. These are stock biannual. These were planted on the 21st of August 24. It is now, what are we on? The 18th of January in 25. So a biannual will grow the green parts at the first year really, and then on the second year you'll see the flowers and the buds start to come out. So these are ones I've sort of already tidied up. I do have a few more. I have stalks and wallflowers. So these are the stalks that I've started with. This is the first, hopefully the first year. Once I get these all cut back and repotted, they will start to look a wee bit more healthy. Now bear in mind, since August they have basically been watered until mid-autumn time. They've been left in the greenhouse, and just because it's been quite cold, just watered them once every couple of weeks, and they seem to be doing fine. So I'm going to move these to the side, and I'm going to bring over the wallflowers, show you them, and then we'll start cutting them back, and then we'll show you how they. Now this is just 2 trays of them. As you can see, some of the starter leaves have started to yellow and die off, so I'm going to cut them back, and you'll notice the difference, and then I'll be able to work out how many pots I'll need to set aside to repot them all. So now the fun bit is going in with the small cutters, just so you don't nick any of the stems with the big broody ones that I usually use. So this is the footery part where you don't want to lose any of the stem. I'm going to go in, look for any of the small ones. As you can see, on some of the stems there's new growth coming through already. So these hopefully shall be fine for flowering this year, as they were planted at the same time. They were planted in August last year as well. So I'll continue snipping. See, some of them are just falling off, you don't even have to cut them. But I'll continue cleaning these up so you're not bored watching all these leaves fall. So that's them 2 trays cleaned up a bit, and they're looking a wee bit better. So we look, take a few more of the yellow ones off, I think, actually, because you can see all the new growth coming through on the stems. All them wee shoots coming up now, just above where the last ones were. So you'll not even notice that the leaves were picked off. Even on some of them ones, you can see there's nice new growth. But once they get repotted into their nice new single homes, they'll start to thrive. So now that everything's sort of cleaned down, I have got a selection of pots to put the stalks into. So this is the ones we're replanting. That's their pots, and that's their soil. Just added a bit of water because it's been sitting for a bit, so we'll get that mixed up, and we'll get the pots filled. So filling the pots, I'm just going to fill them most of the way and then top it up as needed. So here we go. The fun bit. Usually it only takes half the scoop. So fill up a good bit below the rim, then by the time we make the hole to put the plug into, and then just top it up. So say there's 9 of these to do. So this way it doesn't take too long. You see, just the same, just always give it a wee shake. Now that they're all filled, it's time to make the space to put the plant in. A lot of people have a wee poker. I just like to use my fingers. Just make a wee square in the centre of them. Say I like to use my fingers. It doesn't help whenever I try to poke my phone after and the screen's always stinking. So that's pretty much that. You can see, just made a wee burrow in the middle. Not too deep because you want the roots to grow down a bit more. So the fun part is now taking these bad boys out. I always usually start with the biggest. Not too bad. So I have to take off some of this soil here, some of the old soil, these fine roots. So let's get that cleaned up. Okay, so I've kept a nice wee ball for the roots in the dirt, just like that. Now, as you can see, the root ball was a bit dry, so easy to fix is let it sit in a wee bowl of water for a few minutes. So I'll set it in that. Don't worry, it's only green because it's outside water. So you probably find that's the case for a lot of these. Let's get one of these out again and see. That'll be easier. So always pinch the bottom just to release it, in case it's any root bound. So let's get these moved out of the way. Break these off. Not bad. And as you can tell, these aren't quite as dry, but get them split apart and put into the bowl of water. So I'll do this. So now I'm just going to leave them to soak for about 15 minutes or so, and then I'll get them in their pots. So now that they've been sitting for a while, it's just a matter of picking one out, get it off. Let's bring it over here and let's use this pot. So remember that wee crevice that we dug? That's just going to sit in there, and we'll pack around it so that it's sitting about halfway. You can still see the top of the roots. Just that's the wee bit that we're going to fill up. That's basically our guide to where we're going. Right there. Give it a wee tap. And there we go. That's the first stalk replanted. And now that they're all replanted, there's only two things left to do. Make sure they're all well watered. And secured. And enjoy a wee cup of coffee. All the best, folks.